This is Athletes Lives Network exclusive interviews. Today our special guest is Coach Ron Muskowski. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great. Good morning. Happy Turkey Day.
Thank you. On our website, one of our goals is just get a lot of history from you about the sports in general. You have an awesome background in coaching. So that's one of the things we want to get, and also get some information about your business, Zone Fitness, as well. But before we get started, I want to find out exactly who you are, where you're from, and how you get involved in sports.
Well, it goes back a long ways. I've been in the gym business 25 years. What I do is I work with some of the top high school and college athletes, and I help place them in college. Some of the athletes that you'll see recently, Kid Joe Wolf that signed at Ohio State, Kevin Briance who just signed at Auburn, Adam Norton, Bobby Morris, who I currently train right now. But as you see, if you pan around the room, you'll see a lot of the great athletes that I've worked with and either helped or placed in college. That's pretty much a gym standpoint. I work with some of the top high school and college kids. That's what I do. I get a lot of enjoyment out of that. Big sports fan. As far as coaching, I started out at East Chicago Central. Coached there for about 10 years. Was at Thornwood High School for 4 years, and currently right now I'm at Bishop Knoll, so I'm either on my 17th or 18th year of coaching high school football, which Friday night lights, I can't even begin to tell you how much fun that is to run out on the field on a Friday night. Now the best part about that is, I have a son, he's a junior right now at Knoll, and the best thing is to walk off the field with him on a Friday night. I can't even explain how cool that is.
Wow. So let's get started with your first coaching gig, which is at East Chicago Central, correct?
Correct.
Okay. A lot of great athletes came through that school, and one of the big debates we have on my website with East Chicago Central, some of the best athletes come through. Give us your insight and feedback on some of the best athletes you coached at East Chicago Central.
The kids that I worked with early, or I should say late 90s, early 2000s, would be Keon Jackson, James Braden, I'm trying to think here, Tonte Smith, Kyle Mitchell. I mean, those guys were, I think at that time we had 6 guys that went Division I that year. And we had 2 bookend tackles that were 6'5", 305. One of the Trutling brothers.
Yeah, Brian
and I can't even remember, Pierre. I can't remember Pierre's last name, but at one time I think we had 6 Division I talented guys that went out to play at the next level.
Okay. Could that group of guys compete with the 1991 East Chicago Central Cardinals who went 10-1 under Coach Dave Legowski, or other teams throughout Central history?
I believe so. That team made it to the sectional final that year. We played a team from Chesterton that was loaded. It was the first time they won the dueling conference championship in 60 years. That's a long time. That's a big drought. They were ranked number 5 in the state. We played them on our brand new, $5 million field in Cheesetown. They had a kid named Zach Wilson that on the first play of the game ran one back 93 yards. I thought it was in South Bend.
Wow.
But we came back to beat them. We should have beat them worse. We won 28-21. We had a police escort in and a police escort out. And when we got to Columbus Drive, there were 6 squad cars giving us a police escort all the way down Columbus Drive. That was a very special moment in my history as far as East Chicago is concerned.
Okay. Now give us some more information on your other coaching gigs. I know you was at Thornwood, also, and currently Bishop Knoll. Give us some insight on that.
Thornwood, it's a different. It's different. It's not Friday night football. It's Saturday afternoon football, which I had to get kind of used to that. But the cool thing about that was on Saturday it was kind of like the battle of the bands between Thornridge and Thornwood. I had a great coaching staff there. Coach Butowski, who played at Notre Dame, has been at Andran for a long time now. Don Holmes, all Big Ten linebacker, played at Northwestern. He was our defensive coordinator. Mike Blair, both of these guys graduated from Thornwood and were all state in football. And Mike Blair went to Ball State and graduated there and played 8 years with the Green Bay Packers. It was a great staff. It was a great place to learn. Beautiful campus, and I enjoyed my time. You know, I don't know if it's Illinois or it's Illinois. I think it's Illinois, man.
Yeah.
But you know, I had a great time there. You know, and I learned a lot about Saturday afternoon football. Pretty sweet. And currently, right now, I'm at the Institute on Chicago Avenue, Bishop Knoll.
All right.
And the experience I've had there, you know, when you look at the tradition, you know, you can go back to East Chicago Roosevelt, East Chicago Washington. So happens I have an ECW shirt on, which is just unbelievable. I didn't even know you were coming today.
Wow.
But anyway, the tradition at Knoll goes back. It's awfully deep from a football and basketball standpoint. A lot of great basketball and football players have come out of there. This is currently this will be my 4th year coming up. Good coaching staff there, Mike Jusik, Wally Kasparecki. Those guys are, you know, Wally being the defensive coordinator and Mike being the head coach. And I've just had a great experience there. The kids are, you know, the kids are great kids. They're very proud kids. We just finished our season this year 3-7. It's not indicative of our record. We dressed 57 kids this year, and we only lose 4. So, you know, we played a tough schedule. We played Antrim, we played Munster, we played, you know, Wheeler. Those are all semi-state and sectional final teams. South Central, who won a sectional this year. Rensselaer was in our same sectional. So it was a tough schedule. We took our lumps, and hopefully next year, you know, we can get on the map here.
Okay. I want to kind of backtrack a little bit to Thornwood. What is the difference in the level of football between schools in Illinois and schools in Indiana?
Well, you know, when I first went over there, I didn't realize, you know, the talent pool, number one, and the size of the school. I believe Thorn was a 6A school, and you know, there's a huge difference. I would venture to say the Sika East is probably like the Duneland, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
You can compare that. So it's, I mean, every game's a tough game. There's no give-me's, there's no layups.
Gotcha. Now, what are some of the best athletes that played at Thornwood? And they give me some of the best athletes at Bishop Knoll. Just, you know, some guys that were exceptional on the football field.
Well, you know, I'll give you a couple names. The kid that the quarterback at Thornwood, Bobby Wysocki, who's the quarterback at University of Valparaiso right now. Great kid, great student, and there were quite a few kids that played at Knoll that I've worked with on a regular basis. Scott Upshaw, probably one of the best. He was a premier running back. I know his father played at EC Central and then, played at Ball State also, but he was premier. The most recent who's at Marion College with Ted Karras would be Joe Grogan. He's a lineman there. But like I said, very new to what, as far as players and what's going on right now.